Hello again. I just wanted to shed some light or share some insight on what has been happening the past year in all over the world, and namely it's the COVID-19 pandemic or coronavirus, as we all know it, which is part of the SARS family of viruses. And so COVID-19 is caused by a virus. And you can see here down at the bottom I have the 4 different types. So virus first, which is the smallest, and then a bacterium, and then a yeast, and then a fungus. So I'll make some more videos about this at a later stage. But as you can see, and as we have all come to know, during the COVID-19 pandemic, the one group of people all over the world, literally, who's been central to the whole discussions and the whole info sharing has been politicians. And I would just like to point out that this rectangle does not imply a coffin or anything sinister like that. It's just a rectangle. And let's not forget the input and all the hard work that the doctors and the nurses have been had to dealt with, where they've been working their hands to the bone and not seeing their families for long periods of time. They've really outdone themselves, even more so than scientists. And so I actually would like to focus on scientists in this video. Scientists like myself. And I'm a microbiologist by training, but the people who first and foremost who would look at the COVID-19 pandemic would be immunologists and virologists. So the study of immunology, the study of viruses, bacteriology, the study of bacteria, microbiology, the study of microbes. So it's sort of like the umbrella of all of those. And then molecular biology is pretty much the bread and butter of all scientists. All scientists use it at some stage if they're working in the lab. And then bioinformatics is the study of all the data, all the sequences of all the organisms that's mainly on the internet. And those type of scientists, they don't need to be inside a lab. They can be in front of a computer the whole day. And then there's a study of metabolomics, which looks at the metabolites that's been given off by all these different processes in an organism. Metagenomics is the study of meta, meaning multi or many genomics. So it could be an unknown sample taken from soil or the sea or whatever, and then screened and looked at and sequenced by bioinformatics people to see what is in there and from which organisms it comes from. And then gene discovery and antibiotic resistance, and these two have really been neglected the past 10, 15, 20 years. And this mainly deals with the search for new antibiotics. And most people don't know this, but we sort of have stopped looking for new antibiotics the past 15, 20 years, because we've just been continuing on with the known antibiotics and just using them in different formats, in different cocktails. And what happened now is that most diseases that's coming out now, they have antibiotic resistance. And this creates a problem in the sense that now, all of a sudden, Big Pharma and all the medical researchers, they have to go back to the drawing board, go back to the scientists, and throw money at antibiotic resistance and gene discovery projects, where we deliberately go out there into the unknown and look for new antibiotics. So if you have been intrigued about the COVID-19 pandemic and maybe show an interest in becoming a scientist, hopefully this video gave you some sort of background of what to look for and what to look at. And if you're curious by nature, and if any of these topics excite you, then maybe you might just become a scientist yet. Thank you for listening.